I found the security guard. I said, if you don't get me to the hospital right now, I think I'm going to die. I mean, I was left on the grass outside. I get to the hospital. They were like, if you did not come here now, you probably wouldn't have made it because you've had so many seizures tonight.
Oh, Audrey, this is horrible.
No, it's really bad.
Hey, I'm Greg Grunberg, and welcome to Talk About It, the podcast where we focus on topics that everybody should be talking about, and hopefully they will, or not only talking about, but screaming about.
Epilepsy shouldn't keep you from doing anything that you want to do.
Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it.
This season, we are going to continue to talk about living with epilepsy, like my son and millions of Americans who do. We're also going to be looking at other related conditions and causes. Our goal is to knock down, drag out, eliminate stigma, and raise awareness. Oh, and hopefully have a laugh or two along the way. Each of our episodes will feature amazing advocates and champions. We will learn together how to make a real difference in our own lives and in the lives of our communities.
Talking about it is important. It's all about connecting.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Talk about it.
Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Thank you for talking about it.
Thank you for talking about it.
New season, new look, new sponsor. Thank you to Neurelis and everyone at Neurelis for sponsoring Talk About It. Talk About It is also sponsored by Jazz Pharmaceuticals. Thank you, Jazz, for always being there for us. All right, let's jump right into this episode of Talk About It. Welcome to this episode of Talk About It. Thanks for joining us. This is a really good one. A really good one. We have a guest on that I could not believe had not been on the show before. Audrey Kanner. Get that in your head because you're gonna know the name. She's an actress. She's a singer. She's incredibly talented and she's not afraid to talk about her epilepsy. And of course, we love that. She's got an incredible story. She is so inspiring. You'll see what I mean. The song that's playing right now, this is her song, and we're going to play the entire song. You are going to be inspired like everybody else at the walk, at the Rose Bowl. Audrey hosts that. She has been doing that for years. She has raised money and awareness. She's incredible. Audrey Kanner on this episode of Talk About It. This is awesome. This is the gold.
Sorry.
The gold. Are we recording? Yep. We're recording. Okay, we're using that right there. This is the gold. You were just saying something that I love so much.
This is my first podcast.
What? How is that possible?
I don't know.
You have been involved in the epilepsy community for so long. You've done just so many great things. I mean, especially the walk is like your thing. Mm-hmm. And how could you not have done a podcast already?
I don't know. I have been vlogging for 5 years and on my YouTube channel, and I'm like, I don't know how. This morning I woke up, I'm like, this is my first podcast. Oh my God.
What is your YouTube channel called? So everybody knows.
It's my full name, Audrey Kanner.
Okay, Audrey Kanner. If you're not following Audrey Kanner and you're in the epilepsy community and you are watching this podcast right now, you need to, and you'll find out why. But just right now, if you need to, grab your phone, follow Audrey. Okay.
So sweet.
So I've seen you.
Yes.
Over the years.
Oh, I think I've known you since I was 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for people that don't know, just tell us the sort of elevator pitch version, why you're even in the epilepsy community to begin. I know the story, but tell everybody the story.
Okay. So I'm 13 years old. I'm at my friend's bat mitzvah. Right before the bat mitzvah, I'm like, I do not feel well. I have migraine. I feel like I'm going to pass out.
But most people right before a bat mitzvah feel the same way.
Exactly.
Okay? I mean, come on.
I didn't like my dress, and I'm like, Mom, oh my God, what do I do?
For the first time anywhere, 13-year-old Audrey Kanner. And I mean, that'll bring anxiety onto anybody. What was your theme?
So, well, it wasn't my
theme.
It was their theme. It was probably something with like bling and jewelry. And at that age, everyone's like obsessed. I remember I was wearing a little tutu dress. I was so excited.
Yeah. So by the way, I don't want to stop it, but this is just awesome. Bat mitzvahs, it's crazy. Yeah. All the girls, all the guys, they all like try to dress to the nines. The second they get to the party, the girls take off their shoes. They all bring socks. Take off their shoes, and they're either barefoot or something. It's like, come on, you're 13, you're kids. But everybody wants to look.
It's like the most important thing of our lives. The bat mitzvah nights, that whole time period.
Okay, so I'm at yours or someone else's.
I am so excited. I'm ready for this bat mitzvah. I am very excited to be there. I sit down, have a grand mal seizure, my first seizure, in front of
your first
seizure.
In front of
all of my friends. I ruined this girl's bat mitzvah.
No, you didn't.
Because then paramedics come rushing in. It was a brutal seizure. It was a couple of minutes, and my parents were not there. So I was with, thank God, there was a doctor in the room, and he came over.
It's a bar mitzvah or bat mitzvah. There's
exactly.
plenty of doctors in the room.
Plenty of doctors in the room.
Yeah.
People, everyone's running over.
Yeah, and someone was like, she's also a singer and an actress. I'm an agent. When she wakes up, can you give her my business card, please?
Literally, there's so many
Her
people.
dad's got that covered. Don't worry. They're fighting over you.
No,
Wait a minute. Come on. You had nothing, no epilepsy, no seizure. At 13. Okay, so you're going through puberty.
Yes.
So that probably plays a role because Jake had more seizures when he was going through that. Okay.
So I
can't believe it. I did not know this version of your story.
Well, this is the very beginning.
Yeah,
because there's
know.
a version of when I go to the foundation and I start my journey there, but this is the very beginning of my seizures. So
grand mal, a tonic-clonic seizure.
Tonic-clonic grand mal. I've only ever had grand mal seizures.
Whose bat mitzvah was this? Give me her first name.
Chloe.
Chloe, if you're listening.
I'm really sorry.
No apologies. You're the best. Chloe, you're the best. Honestly, she's gone through this with you. Okay, so you wake up.
So I wake up in the hospital with my cantor and my rabbi in front of me because they all left the bat mitzvah to come with. Everyone was so worried. I wake up, I open my eyes, and I'm like, what just happened to me? I had no idea. I think I must have had a few seizures in the ambulance ride, and then on my way there, it was definitely like a big to do. I wake up, and then they're like,
by the way, it may not have been comparatively now looking back.
Yeah.
It may have lasted 30 seconds, 40 seconds. But in that time,
it was scaring everyone. It was a lot. So I wake up in the hospital. They tell me I had a seizure. I knew what a seizure was, but I did not know what epilepsy was.
Anyone in your family ever have seizures or epilepsy?
No.
So you knew what seizure was the way everybody else does?
Yes, I knew just based on friends saying they had family members who had seizures or seeing it depicted on the media and films. I had no idea what epilepsy was.
And your parents rushed? Your parents were there?
Well, my parents rushed home. Then my first 6 months to get a diagnosis was probably the hardest period, one of the most hardest periods, because they were saying I had vasovagal syncope, which is when you have fainting spells. So they couldn't diagnosed me with epilepsy until I specifically went to this one neurologist. I did sleep studies. I was at Children's Hospital. I was at all of these different places, and then they were able to diagnose me.
But not vasovagal.
Not vasovagal.
Okay.
At first, they said I think that doctors, or my pediatrician at the time, was very concerned about giving me the diagnosis of epilepsy, even though we were telling her, no, she's had a grand mal seizure. And then I had a few others with my mom, unfortunately. She was the only one that was with me. So my mom was basically like taking me to the doctors, being like, my daughter needs help. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
She's having seizures. Yeah.
And by the way, this is when I get the call.
Yeah.
I'm the red phone. I'm sure you are now.
Yeah, now I'm the,
Yeah, everybody calls and goes, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And I want to know, I pose this question to everybody now in your situation with all this experience now. What do you say to people? We'll get back to your story.
Yeah.
What do you say to people like they first call and they're freaking out? What do your parents say? What do you say? Because I know what I say.
I always say, put me on the phone. It's normally a parent that calls me. Mm-hmm. I say, have your child call me right now. Because,
I do the same thing.
Yeah. Parents are so worried about their children. And with epilepsy, it's not just about me. It's about the entire family dynamic. It is about everyone has a part in it, because in my case, I'm unconscious when I have these seizures. I'm not even able to be there, be present. So it affects everyone around me. So
and by the way, we're talking about 13 years ago.
Yeah.
So you've come a long way in this whole journey.
Yeah.
These calls are coming in. What I tell people, the very first thing when I do talk to the parents, like I also say when people go, is it okay if I give your number to the, don't you go, give my number. Like, don't hesitate. You're already wasting time.
I know. I'm like, let me call them right now.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
No,
and I say, and I've said this many times on the show, and Nick's heard me say this, it's going to be okay. I don't know what version of okay it is, but it's going to be okay.
That's what I say too.
But when they hear your story, it took 6 freaking months to get the proper diagnosis.
Yeah. 6 months, multiple doctors, and then the medication trials.
Yeah, of course.
So that's everyone with epilepsy experiences this. But I had a crazy moment. This is even right before I met with the foundation. I lost my voice due to a medication. So
Interesting. I've never heard that before.
They
You're a singer.
And I was mute for a year and a half.
A year and a half?
A year and a half?
A year and a half.
Whoa.
That's just the medication was telling your brain,
so
do not, that pathway, that neural pathway to speak is cut off?
That's what the doctors told me. And it was something with my voice box. I had to go to speech therapy for a year and a half, and I had no voice. The last 3 months when I was getting it back, it sounded like a little whisper, but I completely was mute. I thought that I was going to be mute for the rest of my life.
Of course.
I was learning sign language. I used a whiteboard to communicate. And at this point, I'm 14, and I'm in school, and people are like, okay, this girl has seizures. She's mute. Now, I didn't know what to do.
Here's the thing that is incredible and so unpredictable in this journey. And everybody listening and watching this in our community knows this in whatever ways. But this is a major thing. Mm-hmm. You have resources.
Yeah.
Fortunately.
Yes.
We live in a city. You have access to, you have good insurance. You have all of those things. And still, they don't quite know exactly.
No.
And how did they figure out that it was that medication, the side effect from that medication?
They still don't know 100%, but this is what I was told from going to several doctors, having so many scans, meeting with specialists, and talk about, being privileged in this way. I was going, people normally have to wait months and months and months to see an epileptologist. I'm getting in right away, and they still can't figure out what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
So I just had to kind of take matters into my own hands and be like, okay, I'm going to get my voice back. I didn't know how, but because I'm a singer, I was like, this is my most essential tool, using my voice.
What about the depression? What about I mean, you're a very positive person.
Yes.
And every time I see you, I'm sure you get in your car and cry, like all of us do. But at the same time, 14.
No, I know.
Boys.
I know, and I'm
all
boy,
your
and I was
friend
boy
group.
crazy. Still am.
And how did I want to talk to your parents. I mean,
I know.
I can't believe it.
I know. I kind of, when you go through something so insane that you black out that time period, I think me losing my voice, I was talking to my brother about this the other day, and he's like, I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, because it was so traumatic. When you talk to my parents about it, they'll go through it. They have their own experience with it. I mean, my parents were extremely emotional, not knowing if I was going to be able to speak again or sing again. And
it's like, try losing your hair.
Yeah. I mean, no, honestly, for me, I would lose it too. Yeah.
No, this is not, this is to not be able to communicate, to have to, and to not know that, this happens, it's 6 months and you'll be fine. I honestly, your parents must have been freaking out.
They were freaking out.
And for you socially, did you want to go home and just bury your head in the sand? Or, because you're so outspoken in this way.
I know. I think, honestly, I still, at that moment, I was like, no, I'm gonna get it back. I never had the belief that I was just gonna not get my voice back, not be seizure free, not take control of this. I was always like, this isn't my destiny. I'm gonna figure it out. So I was just always very strong in that. I lost friends, obviously. I had people, and during this entire period, I'm having seizures. So not only do I not have a voice, but every single night, and my seizures are mostly when I sleep. So I'm 14. I have a baby monitor in my room next to my bed. Oh my
God, this is our story with Jake.
Watching me sleep, and I can't have my friends over. If I have a boy, friends, anything over, it's on a monitor. So I have no sense of privacy or anything.
Yeah.
And I'm having seizures, and I have no voice. So I did feel like at a certain point, like just why I'm just like, what is going on? Why does this happen to me? But I never reached the point where I was like, okay, I was always like, it's going to get better.
Yeah.
Everything is temporary. And
are you listening to this?
Yes.
Are you watching this? If you're out there and you're going through something in our community, if the seizures are nonstop and you can't, it is going to get better, guys. Yeah. This is an example of it.
I promise you, everything is temporary. I tell myself that every single day. If I have a feeling or if I'm just going through it, I'm like, this moment is temporary. All we have is right now. It's something I talk about a lot. Like, me and you, we're present right now in this moment. That's all we have. We don't know what's going to happen later. Right. I could have a grand mal seizure tonight.
Yeah.
No, but it's just, that's how it goes. With epilepsy, it's so unpredictable.
God, your parents did a great job with you, honestly. And your brother, you have one brother.
I have two brothers.
Two brothers.
And a sister.
Oh, wonderful.
And they're my everything.
Yeah. I'm sure they, we have three boys.
Yeah.
The other two, you just learn compassion and understanding.
Of course.
And you just mentioned you lost friends.
Yeah.
Okay, guess what? C'est la vie.
Not my friends.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's fine. And there's a maturation that happens. And, when you have somebody in your family, you mature quickly when it comes to people that have
100%.
issues. They will, hopefully, they'll learn. But that must have been hard.
Hard. And it's a pattern with epilepsy. It continues throughout your life. Like my story continues it's so many ups and downs. But basically, I was seizure-free for a large period of time. To me, 6 years. So
and then when you were 20?
And then when I was 20, I had my breakthrough seizure and then was diagnosed with adult onset epilepsy. So at that point, I thought that during those 6 years, and I fast forwarded through me meeting the foundation and starting my team and all of that, but I was just from day one an advocate. I was like, I'm going to tell every single person about epilepsy. I say this all the time, but I would go into every single coffee shop, every single store, be like, hi, I'm Audrey, I have epilepsy, because I wanted people to know, because when I was diagnosed, I didn't know what it was. When I was officially given the diagnosis and the doctor was like, Audrey, you have epilepsy, I responded, I have no idea what that is. And from that moment on, I was like, I don't want any child to be diagnosed and not understand what this is. It's so common.
Yeah.
Why are we living in a world where it's not talked about?
Dude, I'm going to lose my job. I mean, you're so good at talking about it. You're so honest. You're going to have to host a couple of episodes of this podcast.
Oh my God, I'd love to.
I'm not kidding.
My first podcast, now I'm hosting.
Yep.
Coming up on Talk About It.
Girls in general, I feel like we're often told we're too much. You're crazy. I'm not going to pretend like I'm perfect and fine all the time, because no one is.
Yeah.
So I needed to talk about it in some form. So I wrote the song, It's Okay to Have a Bad Day, whether or not you take medication, whether or not you have epilepsy.
Yeah. I just wanted to pop out to talk about just how incredible the walk at the Rose Bowl is. If you haven't gone to one of these walks, one of the events locally that's run by a local chapter of the Epilepsy Foundation, you must. The LA one at the Rose Bowl is a biggie. It's huge. It is so wonderful. Audrey was on stage. She's hosting. She does that every year. She does such an incredible job.
Oh, yeah, baby. I need you to make some noise.
DJ Hoppa's spinning the tunes, getting everybody pumped up for the walk.
This should not be something that prevents you from living the life that God has put you on this earth to be able to live.
And that's why today is so important. Yes. Look to the person next to you, ask them why they're here, tell them why you're here.
There were just so many tributes.
Cameron Boyce, we have his mother, Libby Boyce, joining us right now on stage.
So many people don't talk about it, and he would want you to talk about it, own it, embrace it, and be your best advocate and go out there and learn about it.
I did a little, rah, rah, let's go.
Please give it up for Greg Grunberg!
Yeah, how's everybody doing? Are you guys ready to walk? Are you ready to run? Talk to each other, get to know one another. We have a lot of love here today. Can I hear it? Come on, you can do better than that. Let me hear the love. There's so much to do, so many great people to talk to. Thank you to the foundation for putting this on. I love you all. Have a great walk, and don't forget to what? Talk about it. 3, 2, 1.
You feel like you're just getting the biggest hug ever. You know when you talk to somebody else who has epilepsy and you get that feeling of they get it? There's a shorthand. You don't have to start fresh and explain the whole thing. That's what happens with thousands of people. Thousands of people. On top of that, you add the great sponsors that are there. Our sponsors.
Jazz Pharmaceuticals, Norellis.
They're there with all the other great pharma companies and hospitals that are there to support our community. Melissa's Produce, my friends at Melissa's Produce, they have fresh fruit and everything because it's a walk. Jake, our whole family ran, Team Talk About It, obviously.
Talk about it! Talk about it, baby! We're out here presenting Talk About It!
We met a young couple. Their baby was recently diagnosed with epilepsy, and they were talking about just how tough it was because they had no experience, like all of us. Most of us don't have it in our family, and all of a sudden you're hit with this diagnosis, and you just want answers, and you want a community that supports you, and that's what you get. That's what you get.
So we're walking for this little guy, Ariane. First one in our family, really, to have epilepsy. We had no idea about 2 years ago when he first started having seizures. what it was.
Seeing it firsthand and then having him recover from it has been difficult. Being the first generation to deal with this and then having to dig for information, I think that's the hardest part, because you feel like you're in it alone. And obviously we're not.
We're super grateful, obviously, for a foundation like this, for the family that came out to support all of us. We look forward to continuing to find out what's going on with him, how to help him. Obviously, that's why the family's here as well.
Not to be ashamed, not to be fearful to advocate for your kid. More than anything, advocate.
There's a lot of people out there. There is a lot of help. It's all around you. You just have to find it.
Talk about it. Yes.
It was wonderful to hear so many people talking about it. That's what these walks do. Don't hesitate. Get out there. Go to your local walk. Volunteer. Do what you can. Bring your friends and family out. Let's raise awareness. Let's raise money. Let's walk about it. So let's go back to when you were 20.
So I'm 20. I'm at USC, but at the time I'm at USC, I'm thriving. I am in a sorority. I have all these friends. I am having a great time. Studying, acting, music, and communications.
Great.
So the mix of it all. And I told everyone, once again, I have epilepsy. It's in my bio on Instagram. I had medical ID bracelets.
Love
so
it.
I'm just like, that's me, you know?
So in case you have a seizure, people know what to do.
Yeah.
But you haven't had one in 6 years.
I haven't had one in 6 years, so I thought it was just, I outgrew it.
Yeah.
That's what my doctors told me. So at the time, I'm not on medication. I'd stopped medication 2 years prior. So I'm at a sorority event, and I have an aura every time before I have a seizure.
Okay.
And I'm very lucky.
You are lucky.
I have a 10 to 15 minute window, and I know it's crazy. I have a feeling in my gut. I'm like, I know I'm going to have a seizure.
But it had been so long, Audrey. How do you know that was an aura?
It was the migraine.
Oh.
And it was the nausea combined with the migraine, combined with the I always describe it as like lights just go out for me, but they slowly fade out. So it was like everything started to feel weird, and I just knew. It's a different feeling. So I grabbed my friend and I was like, I think I'm going to have a seizure. And my friend was like, what? What are you talking about? And she knew I had epilepsy. And I was like, I need you to get me out of here.
Okay, wait. Tell me.
Yeah.
Were you drinking?
I was drinking.
Okay. But you were on meds?
I wasn't on meds.
Oh, yeah, because it had been so long.
I didn't drink prior to college. So this is my big message for college students who have epilepsy. I think you should not be drinking at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Or adults, by the way.
Yes, everyone don't drink.
Wait a second.
Hold
on.
Oh, man.
So, I wasn't drinking, but that night I had one drink. This is...
Okay, but that's not like you were slamming shots.
No.
Yeah, you had one drink, whatever.
I think I'm just very sensitive to everything,
Yeah.
even caffeine.
Yeah.
So I think for me, alcohol is just a big no-no. From that night, I haven't drank alcohol.
Oh,
So,
good. Yeah. So here's what's interesting is, so you have seizures sleep to wake and wake to sleep?
Yeah, so I have them mostly at night.
Yeah.
When I'm asleep. And then these other ones I've had always around like a big social setting, I don't know why, but I think maybe the stress or something triggers it. At this party specifically, it wasn't a lot of lights. I am triggered by strobes and things like that.
Is that why you created the anti-bat mitzvah campaign? So that's so interesting.
Bat mitzvahs with no lights.
Exactly. Bat mitzvah
no
with
alcohol,
a thing through
no
it.
lights.
Exactly.
People are just like, what do we do?
Right.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, in hindsight, you're looking back and going, okay, these are my triggers and this is the thing.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting. Jake, same thing.
Okay.
Jake does not eat refined sugars. He doesn't eat. He's just very, like, almost no carbs except salads and all the healthy stuff. He works out like crazy. He and his girlfriend are like both into martial arts and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And he's but no alcohol.
Yeah. There's so many things I could touch upon with that, because it's like drinking. I'm 26. I don't drink. I live a sober lifestyle. Dating sober. There's so many things. But, okay, so I'm in college. I have this seizure. This is probably the worst seizure I've ever had. That night, there was probably 7 grand mal seizures.
Oh.
Now, the sorority sisters, the friends, did not help me in the correct way.
They didn't know what to do?
They did not know what to do. They also thought that I was just drunk.
No one
So
at the sorority said, this is a seizure. She's having a seizure.
one of my friends did and
Okay.
was telling them, but because they were concerned about the event and they were concerned about other external things and they were concerned about the sorority. Yeah. So I didn't get the help I needed in that moment.
Oh.
So it was hours gone by.
And more seizures.
Yeah, more seizures. I was put in a car where they were trying to take me back to the sorority house. Then I was left outside. I woke up. I found the security guard. I said, if you don't get me to the hospital right now, I think I'm going to die. That's what I said to the security guard.
Well, of course.
And yeah, because I'm literally,
I can't believe you were in the right mind to even say that.
I know. I knew. I was like, I think I've had so many, and I couldn't even speak. I get to the hospital. They're putting, I'm getting everything. I'm getting all of the medications. The doctor comes in the room, and this is another moment I've just blacked out of my life, but they were like, if you did not come here now, you probably wouldn't have made it because you've had so many seizures tonight. You were not treated with the correct care. I was left on the grass outside.
And by the way, we've heard this about sororities and fraternities where, Audrey, this is horrible.
No, it's horrible.
Horrible.
It's really bad.
So then your parents were notified.
My parents were notified. Another traumatizing weekend for them. They were out of town.
Oh, boy.
They fly home.
Where were you taken, to Keck Medical or to?
I was taken.
Was that before Keck?
I don't actually remember.
Yeah, it was a hospital.
It was a hospital in downtown.
Yeah.
And I was there the entire night, the entire next day. My parents flew home. I couldn't speak for a couple of days because the seizures were so bad.
Did you think maybe I was going to lock into?
To the losing the voice again? I didn't think so. I was just so concerned. Like, am I going to go back to school? Am I going to be able to do what I want to do?
Your brain just got beat up.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I just got beat up. And it was after all of those years of being seizure-free. I'm like, okay, wait, oh my God, I'm going to lose my license again. Oh my God, can I go back to college? What am I going to do?
Yeah.
And for me, that was a little bit of my rock bottom because I was just like, I was supposed to go on the Cabo spring break trip next week and all of my friends, and I was supposed to perform in the acting class next week, and I had this recital, and I was just like, no, I can't do anything.
And in that moment, like looking back, you're like,
oh my God.
Who cares?
Looking back, I'm like, who cares?
It's all about your health. It's all about that.
That's the number one thing in life.
No, when you're about to go through these things, when you're about to do these, we've had those moments too with Jake.
Yeah.
So
that all happens. I had to leave school for a couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
So I was gone for, I think, 2 months, and I just worked from home, and I had to do an extra semester. I did not go back to the sorority.
Mm-hmm.
I did go back and educate them about seizure first aid.
Good for you.
Me and my dad went down the row, and we told everyone about.
Dude.
Yeah. I was like,
Come
girls,
on.
I'm like, girls, we're not going to do this again. Especially also, if someone is drunk and they pass out from drinking, since when are we not helping them?
Right. Since when are we leaving them outside? Put her in the car.
Leaving them on the grass.
Yes. Come on, we got a ribbon ceremony.
Yeah.
She'll be fine.
It's ridiculous.
What is going on?
Yeah.
But by the way, this happens. Mm-hmm. People are listening to this. They all have their own version of this, where they had a seizure. Jake had a seizure, junior high, junior high, middle school. And the teachers didn't want to touch him because of legal reasons. They could break his neck, whatever. He's laying in a pool of blood. He cut his chin here. I've told the story, but it's like everybody's got their version of this. And by the way, it's all ignorance.
Yeah.
They just don't know, or they're terrified, and it's a very important event.
Yeah.
Your life is on the line.
I know. And they're just scared, and they don't know what to do. And
so then you finally get the diagnosis?
The diagnosis of adult epilepsy, yes. So then I go to a new neurologist, who is my neurologist now, who I love. She's the best. Her name's Dr. Marissa Chang. And she diagnoses me with adult epilepsy.
Where is she?
She's in Santa Monica.
Okay.
Yeah. She's incredible. And I've only ever had an epileptologist, so this is a neurologist, so different.
Oh.
But she
I usually tell people go from a neurologist to an epileptologist. But, by the way, going from peds to adult is a whole thing.
It's a whole other thing.
Yeah, we're going to cover that in another episode. We've touched on it.
But It's a whole thing.
And did you go to a couple neurologists, or you just happened to luck upon Dr. Chang?
I met Dr. Chang through a family friend, and she just immediately, we connected. I think that's really important with a doctor, that I can just speak freely and openly and tell her how I was feeling, because something that I want to mention today is like the mental health aspect of epilepsy, along with the actual epilepsy. To me, they're equal. Like, if not more. Like, I was sitting with Dr. Chang, and I was like, I am depressed, I am not okay, and I need help, and we need to figure this out. And I was not even thinking about the seizures or my health or anything like that, and she was incredible at helping me navigate both.
And what about therapy?
Therapy too. Oh
right?
yeah. I've had the same therapist since I was 9.
Yeah.
And she's incredible.
Yeah. So I've recently started therapy because of the hair loss and just everything. It's just like you just need someone outside of your main circle to talk to. Mm-hmm. And you're like, no duh.
Yeah, no, but yeah.
But I didn't. I mean, I've been supportive of people that are going through. I've just never had a therapist. Yeah. And I found the greatest therapist for me. We've talked about this before. Whether it's a therapist, if you're not covered, you don't have insurance, whatever, just find somebody to talk to.
Anyone, because your family's incredible. I would be so lost without my parents, but they have their own worries and concerns, and
they need therapy.
Yeah, they need therapy. They're so worried about me.
Yeah,
it's a whole other topic. But me, being on my own and just living, I don't live alone. Yeah, but living independent, they're very concerned, always. And I think they will always be that way.
So, Dr. Chang, now you're on.
Now I'm on the right medication.
Great.
Yeah.
You're under control.
Yes.
And it's great.
Yeah,
that's
great.
There's always the looming thing of like, what if?
Well, and that was at the age of 21.
Right.
2 years later, I had another seizure in my sleep, just a relapse seizure. And then now it's been 3 years seizure-free. However, I say that because I have auras all the time where I feel like I'm going to have a seizure and my brain is still abnormal. I get EEGs often and they still show up abnormalities.
Yeah.
But I haven't had a grand mal seizure in 3 years.
So it's so funny.
Incredible.
No, but you're exactly like Jake. Honestly.
It's so weird.
I think there's a lot of people. It's one of those things where Jake will have like a little episode and maybe it's an aura or whatever. And we always look for, okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
Is there a flu in the house?
Yeah.
Did you eat something you shouldn't have? But we always want to blame it on something, obviously.
Yeah.
And also that milestone.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Just your age, I'm a dad, so you're almost Jake's age. You're a little younger than Jake, but still, do you like saying 3 years seizure freedom, or do you think it's just setting you up for when you do have something going, oh, now I go back to ground zero?
I know. I don't know if I love saying it as like, oh my God, 3 years seizure free, because I do feel like over the past 3 years, I've had a lot of moments where I've ended up in the emergency room because I was almost going to have a seizure or maybe did have one. So I feel like as time goes on, it's great to be these years seizure-free without a grand mal, but I just think that I've accepted it at this point, that it's something that I have.
Yeah.
And it's
Everybody's
just with
got something,
me, everyone
dude.
has something,
And I'll tell you something, your parents, I guarantee you, and I know they're going to be watching this, your parents, whenever somebody asks, how's Audrey doing?
Yeah.
They don't want to answer the question.
Yeah.
She's great.
Oh,
That's
she's
all
great.
I say, because I don't want to jinx it.
100%.
Yeah, it's really...
And by the way, like, I am great. Even if I'm having an aura and having an off day.
You're better than great.
I'm great.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I think that...
You're so inspiring, dude. You are so inspiring to our whole community. Every time I see you, my wife and I, Elizabeth was like, God, she's so great. I'm like, yes! That's why I couldn't believe we hadn't had you on the podcast.
I know. I can't believe it.
Now you're, going to be co-hosting or whatever. I'm already, But let's talk about how you have now channeled your epilepsy and your creativity. Mm-hmm. You wrote and recorded. First of all, you're a great actor. You're a great singer. I'm just going to say that right now. If you watch her on The Rookie, which is coming up, she's got a great story on The Rookie. Stars in that episode. But you've channeled this into a really great song. Talk about that.
Okay, so 8 months ago, I was going through a breakup.
You're lost, dude.
Oh my God.
So
my God.
So that's so.
So it's 2 days after the breakup.
Isn't it always a breakup?
It's always a breakup.
All the greatest songs.
It's the best. It's the best and the worst. I always say this as breakup advice. I'm like, you know what? It's the best thing that ever happened to me because it gave me all these other things.
Okay, wait.
So
stop there. We're gonna play the song right now. Okay, what song's called?
Song. Mood Swing Lover.
Mood Swing Lover. Listen to this, and you tell me this isn't a hit.
From day one, honey. Some days I'm up, some days I'm unsteady. It's not me, it's just the pills that I take. So if you walk away, that's your mistake. One day I'm fire, next day I'm rain. You said you couldn't handle the weight of my brain. Blamed it on the bottle, on the pills I take. But love isn't perfect.
Okay, come on. It's such a, first of all, it's a beautiful song. It's great. Who did you record it with?
Okay, so I wrote the song on my floor next to my piano, wrote everything in one night. The next day, I called my mom and I'm like, do we know any producers? I need to find someone.
Nick's right here.
Yeah, Nick, hi Nick, let's make an album.
Seriously.
I was like, I need someone. So I find this producer, his name is Randy Amata. He's incredible. We're coming out with a EP album in a month.
Fantastic.
And I sent him what I had and he told me to come in. Because I play piano, but I don't create music production, but I know exactly what I want when I'm making a song.
But talk to me about the song itself. Because it is so
so the song
taking something so personal and writing a story about it, writing a song, it's very relatable. Yeah. Epilepsy or not.
Yeah.
It's relatable.
So I break up with my boyfriend breaks up with me, and for me all I could think about was, he broke up with me because I was going through this kind of moment of weakness and depression because I was having a lot of mood swings due to my medication.
I mean,
my epilepsy medication.
I mean, everybody's got this experience, but they don't have the outlet and the voice that you have. So to be able to put that into a song, was the song like 17 minutes long when you first wrote it?
It probably was. It was like 20 pages of me just writing all the things.
Pouring your heart out.
And me just being like, okay, some days I'm like this, but some days I'm like that. And I can't control it. And I'm so sorry.
And you're like, I've got to take all this profanity out.
Yeah, exactly. I can't have all of this in the middle. So I was like, I just have to get the message out that, and you're right, everyone goes through mood swings. And everyone has ups and downs, like the first two lines, like sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm unsteady.
It's so great.
It's so true. You'll catch me on a good day and a bad day. But it's like I needed to talk about it in some form. So I wrote the song, and it's been the best thing I've ever done because it feels like it's connecting with so many different people.
It's the best thing you've ever done now. Yeah. I got to tell you, I mean, you heard the song, Nick. Nick to me is one of the best musicians I know, and I say that all the time. And he's like, "Oh, thanks," but it is really true. If you listen to his music,
I
one of the best
right
singer-songwriters ever. And he's produced Jennifer Love Hewitt and a bunch of people. But the idea that you have those deeply personal stories and so much more to tell.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. It's just great. You really have a knack for putting it into a song, you know? So it must be so satisfying for you to see, because mood swings, like medication, there are side effects. And by the way, you know, that's direct. This is the brain we're talking about. And if you're not willing as the boyfriend, a spouse, a friend, whatever, to take the ride with me 100%. Through the ups and the downs, I mean, talk to your parents. When we get married, it's like, you know, Nick just got married.
You have to, oh my God, congratulations.
For better or for worse, Nick. I mean, it's like you've got to enjoy the roller coaster of life and of being together.
Exactly. And I think especially for girls my age too. I wrote it obviously for our community and for people to understand and have a voice for people that take all meds and have mood swings from medication. But for just girls in general, I feel like we're often told we're too much. You're crazy. You're this, you're that, like all of these things. And I just was like, okay, well, I'm me, take it or leave it, but I'm not going to pretend like I'm perfect and fine all the time because no one is. Yeah. So everyone listening, I want them to feel like it's okay to have a bad day, whether or not you take medication, whether or not you have epilepsy, and it's okay to be that way.
That's what I mean. That's why when I was listening to the song, and again, my wife and I were in the car listening to it, she was like, "This is beautiful." And then I said, "Oh no, this is where the origin of it is." And she's like, "Oh yeah." So without knowing about epilepsy and medication, it doesn't matter. The song works. It's really great. And then the music video. You're doing a music video.
I'm doing a music video. I'm so excited.
Who's directing it? Who's doing it?
Maya Winkler is directing it.
Awesome.
She's incredible. She is an amazing director. She just directed a short that I was in.
Is she related to Henry?
No. We literally get that question all the time.
Yeah, Henry's a buddy of mine.
Yeah, no, not related to Henry. Related to Erwin. Do you know Erwin
Winkler?
Yeah,
of course.
Yes, Erwin Winkler's her grandfather. And then Sebastian.
You know Erwin Winkler, one of the most successful people in show business? Yes. I don't know him, but I know of him. Wow. You just dropped something. You dropped a name. You might want to pick that up. Oh my God. Wow.
Sebastian Winkler is my sister Ella's boyfriend. And he was at the walk. I don't know if you met him. He was there backstage. He was helping us kind of like produce the walk this year.
Okay.
But so very talented family. Maya's
a director.
Did
he have anything to do with the sweatshirts? Because they're... Amazing.
No, but I have oh my God, I should have brought you a sweatshirt.
No, we stole a couple of them.
Oh, you did?
Oh,
Okay, good.
yeah. No, we're good.
Okay,
We're good on sweatshirts.
Great.
My wife is like, I love this chocolate brown.
Because
It's so
I have
good.
100 more in my car.
I bet you do.
Yeah, I have a lot more. So they're all amazing. And
so you're shooting the music video soon.
Yes.
And on the link, by the way, on YouTube, we will have the link. And the podcast, we're going to change it once that link's up. So you can watch the music video to go along with that beautiful song.
Amazing.
And then the plans, and then the Rookie.
There's more. Oh, yeah, the Rookie, March 30th. I'm Kitty Adams.
Kitty Adams.
Kitty Adams. Just a naive little girl.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, just a girl who.
Oh, don't give away the story.
I won't give it away.
Yeah, you told me the story, and it's pretty great. It's great.
I'm really excited. That was incredible. So that comes out next week.
This is great. So check out The Rookie. And by the way, The Rookie will be available on Hulu.
Yes, if ABC, streaming on Hulu the next day.
So things are great. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you so much.
This is so great. How many episodes is this?
100 and some.
Yeah. And you are the most articulate, the most genuine. Honestly, I'm just telling you, like, keep going, keep doing what you're doing. I know you will, but it's just like, I don't want to honor, but I'm so proud of you. Honestly, as a dad, I mean, I look at, Jake and everything he does and whatever, but you are just be as proud as you are, because it's beautiful. You're amazing. And we need you in this community. And you don't have to make it such a big part of what you like. For me, it's like equally acting and this, but just keep doing it.
Yeah.
And, it's just, and the song is so great.
Thank you so much.
And your story is incredible. And I don't want to jinx anything, but keep going.
I will come back here anytime.
Okay, well,
and tell you more stories.
Perfect. Let's put her name on one of the parking spots, please. Whether you're driving or not right now.
Whether I drive or not.
Doesn't matter.
Plug your social media. Where can people find you?
So people can follow me. It's at Odds on Instagram and on TikTok. I post a lot on TikTok, probably every single day.
AUDZ
_.
This is our odds-on favorite right here. See that? And that just, boom. This is how I'm brilliant. I'm genius. Okay, odds _ everywhere?
Yeah,
everywhere.
everywhere. TikTok, Instagram. Those are my main. YouTube is my full name, so Audrey Kanner.
Okay.
And then Spotify, Apple Music, Odds. Same name.
Awesome.
AUDZ.
Okay. And there'll be more music coming out?
Yes, there's more music coming.
Great.
And I'm so excited about it.
And more acting coming.
More acting coming as well.
Awesome. Congrats on everything.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much.
being here.
Oh, thank you.
You just earned this hat. I know you have a hat already, but this is for your dad.
Excited.
Hey, Dad, this is for you. And to your parents, you've done an incredible job. I'm sure your other, 3 kids are, mid to average. This one is a keeper. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you so
You're
much.
the
This
best.
was amazing.
We'll see you soon.
Yes, I'll be back.
Awesome.
Whenever.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Talk About It with Greg Grunberg. Sponsored by Neurelis and by Jazz Pharmaceuticals. Thank you to our special guests for joining us, and thank you J.J. Abrams for the theme music that you're hearing right now. Talk About It is produced by Ken Lowenberg, Greg Grunberg, and Nick Marzok. Editing, directing, and incidental music by Nick Marzok. Go to talkaboutonvideo.com to watch these episodes, and as always, don't forget to talk about it. This podcast is a production of the Talk About It Company and Motel Podcasts.